hate social media. I don't enjoy it. I don't like, when has social media ever made you happier? As I said, that's why I don't understand all these people who want to become like YouTubers and like gurus and like that. It's just like, it doesn't make you happy. But the education company is shutting down. My social media is shutting down. As I said, I've deleted all my posts on Instagram. I think for now I'm going to keep my stuff on YouTube because, you know, people can still find some value from it, etc., etc. But everything's getting deleted off my phone. As I said, I just need probably a couple years. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a very special day. I spent the last 6 months nearly killing myself to produce a program that would forever end the conversation as to what the best online education company and program is.
I guess he realized he didn't have any income besides his course business. Like, you can't make this shit up. So, let's talk about how it all began. How did we get from this?
I started on Instagram maybe 2.5 months ago. You know, I started off one photo, now I have 60 odd, whatever. And yeah, in that 2.5 months, I've gotten sponsorship offers. I've gotten so much feedback. I've gotten people telling me that I inspire and motivate them. And all these things are just amazing for me to hear, and they really just make me quite happy. I've given out advice when asked. I've really just tried to help people out with their journey, and I've tried to share mine, and I have so much passion and drive for what I'm doing. To put out that video, put out that new blog, put out that new post, reply to that person's Snapchat, reply to that person's DM, read those extra 10 pages of that book that I can use to help someone else. That's my why.
To this.
But most of my days involve waking up at 6:30, meditating, reading, and getting to work. Look, if you still can't wake up at 5:30 after these two things, I don't really know how else to.
What I realize is I run the biggest education company on earth for agencies. You know, this year we'll probably do 10,000 new students. But yeah, we'll do roughly around like 10,000.
What's the price point on that? I'm curious.
1,500. On our low ticket, and on our high ticket, it's 5 figures.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we do good numbers. And what you got to understand is this: you shouldn't care about your passion. Whatever you're thinking about doing in life, or you already do, the only thing you should ask yourself is this: does it generate practical real life results? That's the only thing that matters. Every single successful person out there, they achieved success not because they followed their passion, but because they chose something that was practical, something that generated real life results.
Like, what the fuck does he mean by practical real life results? So anyways, now I'll tell you about Iman Gadzhi's real story and about how it really began. In December of 2015, he started uploading fitness content. In 2016, he also uploaded fitness content, but the first video of interest is the one posted in May of 2016.
If you guys want to know how to grow your brand on Instagram, ask me, because I've had one account that's gone 25K, a personal account. I've had, my last account was motivational stuff, and that got to 24K, and then I sold it. And during that time I was flipping accounts, rebranding them, flipping them. Instagram, I just have good knowledge on.
Then he wrote an ebook about working out and added it to the description of a video for free. And this ebook was actually quite good. He also had this particular opinion about workout supplements.
The bullshit industry, the supplement industry, which proves my point, can be pretty bullshit, and there's a lot of scams out there and just misconceptions. There are some pretty good supplement companies, but they're really not in high supply. 95% of them are just complete BS. So I get to rant and rave, which makes me a bit happy.
And then some time passed, and guess what? He took a sponsorship from a supplement company.
So guys, this is the product for this month. Now, I guess I have a lot of explaining to do, so let's get into that.
He also did some personal brand coaching during this time, teaching freelancers and businesses how to build a social media presence. And here you can see the video. Iman was hired to record for Steve Cook.
Alright, meet up here in London. We're gonna make the best of it, you know. We're gonna put that
In October 2016, Iman Gadzhi met his business partner named Bob. And how do I know this? Look.
Literally just woke up and Bob and I are about to go to the gym. I never kind of explained to you guys, even when Bob was here in my video like 2 months ago, who he is. So he's my mentor. For the past 4 months, he's just been teaching me everything he knows about business.
It was recorded in February 2017, and 4 months before that would be in October 2016. And coincidentally, he literally uploaded a video called "It Taught Me So Much" in October of 2016.
This stuff is literally, it's gonna change your life, and for the price I'm pitching it at, it's just ridiculously cheap because I want as many people to see this as possible. So that is January 8th 2017. That's in like 2.5 months because it needs that much time to create the content, edit it, get the systems in place where once you get the product, your whole reality has changed and you can start taking massive action towards your dreams and your goals.
This business idea was an idea about how you can make a course that will teach you how to grow your Instagram following and start networking with people. And it seems legit because he has done it, you know? But again, this seems to be the beginning of his money-making machine, and he started with this right as he met his business partner, so yeah.
Learned this past 4 or 5 months is that you can't take on the world, and when you do, you just burn out. So with that said, I was so excited about a project you probably know of, Acrasia.
Let me show you how you can build up your social media presence and then leverage that to start monetizing your passion. My name is Iman, and this is Acrasia, a social masterclass.
The name of his project was Acrasia, and this is supposed to be a social masterclass. And apparently, when he posted the video about Acrasia, which I cannot find, he got a lot of people reaching out to him. So apparently there was a need in the market for that. And here's a fun fact about Iman Gadzhi.
It's actually Christmas Eve, but I don't actually celebrate Christmas.
In 2017, he started doing photo shoots for people.
Now I'm off to go see Jordan. We're going on a little photo shoot.
This next video marks the beginning of working with athletes. This is basically just another workout app.
I recently started collaborating with Athlete, so we're going to be running through Andre's workout today. Week 1, day 1, chest and triceps.
Then he talked about how much he worked in Amsterdam.
So second shoot done, probably 6 to 7 hours of filming today. Now we're at a gas station seeing if we can pick up some pre-workout.
And this next video marks an important point in his life because it's when he decides to quit high school.
Today is the day where I have my last day at school. I'm officially the 17-year-old high school dropout.
And he keeps on working with athlete, as you can see from all of these videos.
So guys, long day of hustle back at the Athlete HQ. This is gonna be our 3rd video done today, and we're aiming to do like 5 total. So guys, we are back at Athlete HQ with Sean, just discussing progress this month.
He's also having a lot of meetings with the fitness industry.
Yeah, I've been meeting with a guy from a company called Gym Versus. So let's see how that goes.
For the next interesting part of information, he uploaded a video where he said that he would move out soon.
Right now, just in my stepdad's house. Obviously, I've lived here for like 14 years. It's just time for me to like get my own place. I really do need one. The search will continue. Within like the next 10 days, I 100% want to find a place. And then hopefully paperwork will get done within like 3 weeks.
Within the next 10 days, my ass. You said you were going to move out in 10 days? No, you didn't. You didn't move out before December 2017. And that's a 5-month difference. On his old website, you can see that the services he sold were content creation and social media marketing. The next important day is 11th of June 2017 when he said this.
So as most of you know, I own a marketing agency / creative agency. So currently it's the 10th of June. Within the next 3 weeks, I am going to Madrid for the weekend with my best friend. I'm going to Amsterdam for business and a couple other really cool projects. Then I'm going to Mallorca with a couple friends. And then lastly, I'm going to Saint-Tropez with my business partner. So there's a lot of really cool shit happening. I really do mean this when I say that I want my life to look like a movie in every single way.
From this day onwards, he stopped uploading like vlogs and daily content and moved over to more cinematic videos. Then he covered a food festival.
IG Media is actually covering the food festival here. And the food festival has around how many people? It has around tens of thousands of people. Just to clarify, my marketing agency has not made £100,000 yet.
Now he finally mentions how his friends have made millions selling courses and being able to travel. And if you know what Iman Gadzhi wants to do, it's exactly that. So it's quite obvious what his next business adventure is gonna be.
I have friends who have made multiple six figures just from a course. And that means they can travel, they can teach online, and that is their vehicle.
He still does freelance content creation and has a marketing agency as his main sources of income. This video has a new intro for a course named Influencer Ignited.
You see, that is why I love digital marketing so much. There's no glass ceiling, and there will never be a glass ceiling.
In October 2017, he had already launched the course.
Probably by the time you see this, Influencer Ignited would have already launched, but at the time of recording this, it's launching in 2 days.
Now he officially registered the business under his name and gave 10% of the shares to his business mentor Bob. He paid $0 in taxes, so I'm not quite sure where he put his money. And then he actually moved out.
After 14 years, it's time to move, I guess. Bathroom, as you can see, just like everything in this house on another level is broken. So yeah, basically I live alone, guys, but Bob and I are actually splitting the rent. So he's paying a little percentage, he's paying 25%, and then I pay 75% plus all of the bills. I'm talking in pounds, so I'll try and convert it to dollars after. So the rent is $3,300 a month. I do 75%. So overall my rent is $2,450 exactly. And then after that, bills are around $350 a month, roughly. So 2,450 plus 350 is 2,800. And then it's in the contract. I have to get a gardener. He's 200 pounds a month. That brings it up to roughly 3,000 a month. And then cleaner will be roughly 250 a month. So that brings a grand total to 3,250 that I pay personally. Overall, it's around 4,000 a month, which is exactly $5,000. So yeah, this is my $5,000 a month flat.
So he's paying £3,250 a month for the apartment, and that's fair enough, you know. But where's this money coming from? That's where this next video comes in handy.
The main focus next month is restructuring my marketing agency. It's pretty automized at this point. Now we're at like 98 Influencer Ignited students.
So he's at 98 students, and that's a fair amount, but how expensive is the course? That's the real question. According to this website, the course costs about $1,000. So that means he has made a whopping $88,000 from the course. That's not the most insane thing. He released this course in October, so it's been 3 months and he has made this money.
Overall, for my personal brand, I've made over anywhere from $90,000 to $100,000. I still need to tally up in the last 80 to 90 days. You know, so like in the last 3 months, I've literally made roughly $100,000 for my personal brand, which is crazy, crazy stuff.
So he literally launched a course, got enough money to move out, moved out. It doesn't even seem like he made any money from his agency. After he uploaded the Influencer Ignite course, he just uploaded guru videos and new courses. One of the other things he also did was to register a new business called IAG Online Services, where he had 100% of the shares. Another thing he mentions is that he's shutting down his agency.
I'm shutting my agency down.
If you made an automated business, why would you shut it down and not just sell it or hire someone else as the CEO? This is just more proof to show that he never really had an agency, or at least not a profitable one. I just wanted to tell this story without bias, and something I would like to mention is how he moved out after the course took off, not the fucking agency. Then he goes on to talk about how shit his situation was when he was 16. But as you already know, this guy was traveling to America and shit when he was 16. So he wasn't exactly broke.
All I ever wanted to do back at that age was just take me and my mom out of the dark, depressing hole that we were in.
And yeah, you know, my friends would call me up and be like, yo, dude, you want to go to the movies? And I'd check my pockets and go, I don't even think I have enough to pay for the bus to get to the movies, let alone the movies. My business mentor, Bob, most of you guys know him, he was my first ever like proper mentor. Now we're business partners, and yeah, he made me a really shit place in my life, and I'll be honest, he opened some good opportunities for me.
Remember, you met Bob at the end of 2016, not the start. You're so broke, you have a MacBook. Well, actually you took the bus, so I guess props to you. Except you have to be 18 to take the driving license, and you were 16 when this was recorded. Oh, and what phone is that? A fucking iPhone 6! And that was the newest iPhone model back then. You must have sucked to be you. Later that year you also traveled before you signed your first client.
On the 6-year anniversary of signing my first client back in August of 2016.
I'm actually going on holiday in like 5 days or something, and I'll be gone for a month. I'm going to Malta, then Sweden, and then America.
Here's some proof he actually went on vacation. The total for the plane tickets turned out to be around $1,300, and it probably cost around $1,000 just to stay at these places for like a month. So the total costs were probably closer to $2,300. And double that at $4,600 and you'll probably have something more realistic. I'm not quite sure how many broke people can afford to just go on a trip and spend like $5,000. And he went on this trip in June, but he didn't sign his first client before August 2016. So how did he go on a trip this expensive if he was broke? He also faked how much money he was making when he dropped out.
You know, I managed to make it 7 months into high school, and then I dropped out of school. Obviously at that point, for some of you guys that know the story, my business took off. I was making $15,000 a month at the point at which I dropped out of high school with my social media marketing agency.
That's what he says, but if he was making $15,000 a month, I don't think people would go around and say it was a dumb idea to drop out. Like, you clearly had enough money. 29th of May 2017 is when he dropped out, right? This was 1 month after he was in Amsterdam, and do you know how much money he made in Amsterdam?
I had to work really fucking hard for it, but one of those things was actually going to Amsterdam for a little like project. Now, I think I made overall from that trip maybe £800, and I still had to pay for my flights and stuff like that. But it was such a fucking proud moment in my life, and plus £800, it literally even this was February, was still good money to me.
So he made $1,000 from this trip, and he still had to pay for the flight, so the profit is probably close to $800. If this was good enough money to drop out of high school, then I don't know. So that's probably the reason why everybody thought he was insane when he dropped out. He was probably making closer to $2,000 to $3,000 a month as a best case scenario, and he was probably thinking of making the course when he dropped out.
A lot of you guys, you see these influencers who then try and make a business out of it. I'm not that.
Yeah, that's why you're using your YouTube channel to funnel people into buying your course.
I'm someone who has a business which can then fuel and sustain his personal brand. I need you to understand, I don't make any money off this. I don't have Google AdSense.
With the channel having 3 million subscribers, how much you guys bring in each month?
Okay, I can show you. Do you want to see the last 365
Okay,
days?
let's see it.
Okay, so the last 365 days, basically $1.1 million.
So after all of this, what is Iman Gadzhi? A scammer? A fraud? A swindler, or maybe just a guru. A scammer is a person who commits fraud or participates in a dishonest scheme. And if he has not made the agency and now he's doing a course where he's teaching how to make an agency and saying how the course is the best thing ever, you could say it's a scam. I think it's dishonest because he hasn't done it himself, and therefore it's a scam. He was doing freelance work until he launched the course. And for the things he didn't want to do, he simply hired freelancers. Once he launched the course, he almost made $100,000 and moved out. Then he continued to advertise more and more courses and get more and more money selling people his course. This Reddit thread goes deeper into the details of the scam. He also does yearly marketing funnels where he goes on to say that the world is fucked up and all of that shit, just to say, oh, buy my course and you're gonna be fine. He does this yearly, but he just privates the videos. This channel has uploaded the privated videos if you want to check them out. All the research I've done for this video will be up on my Patreon, so please go and follow me there. I've written an 18-page document for research for this video. If you would like to subscribe, please go ahead and do. And make sure to join my Discord server.